Hey, I'm glad you can make it in time. I admit I might have gone a little overboard when you told me that you wanted some help picking out what to wear for the New Year's party. Hope you're okay with that. Well, as you can see, I've pulled out all the stops. I've got all sorts of dresses and jumpsuits and shirts for you to choose from for tonight. Yeah, I know that the theme is a softer New Year, which I thought was super cute instead of the typical, like, dark reds, golds, blacks. Yeah, so we've got all the pastels here. I've got some whites. We do have some blacks for you to choose from. Yeah, they said some of those would be sprinkled throughout anyway. Okay. Well, I don't want to make us late for the party, so if you're okay with it, we can just get started looking at some stuff. Cool. All right. If there's anything that you don't like, don't want to see any more of, just let me know, okay? All right, perfect. Let's start over here. So I've got all sorts of different fabrics as well. This one is a nice silky satiny fabric. And it's just a nice pearly white kind of cream. Like I said, super soft and silky. It's from Banana Republic, so it's pretty good quality. But I figure with a nice, just simple V-cut, you could do some really pretty jewelry paired with it. Or we could just make your makeup pop more. Yeah, just a really simple, elegant piece depending on what you're going for tonight. I've got some that are a little sexier, a little more out there if that's what you're looking for. Totally. Okay. Well, if you want to come back to this one, just let me know. But like I said, this is just a really good base piece. Okay. Okay, I'll grab the next one. There's a few fuzzies that cling to this one, so I'll grab a lint roller for us too. Alright, so this is a beautiful, beautiful teal color that I think, oh yeah, that would really make your eyes pop. It's very form-fitting, and it just, you know how when they say a dress hugs curves? This is the epitome of that. This dress hugs your curves like a glove. It looks incredible on. The velvet adds a really nice sense of luxury, a little bit of sophistication while still being sexy, but not overly sexy if you're not going for that kind of look tonight. Yeah. It does, because of the spaghetti straps, you won't really be able to wear any sort of strapped bra with it. You'll probably need to do strapless or like some stick-ons or something if you're okay with that. So that is one thing that might deter you. And the fabric does tend to cling a little bit. Like I said, to some fuzzies. So we'll just get that cleaned up a little bit there. That way you get the full effect. Now this dress is one of my absolute favorites. I wish I had more excuses to wear it, honestly. I've worn this to Christmas parties, to New Year's parties. Yeah. It really is a showstopper. What do you think? Okay. So it's a contender. So this one, beautiful simple white dress. This one has really more of a, almost like a garden party feel to it. It's sweet and innocent and flowy, and has this beautiful crinkle to it. You know, some dresses have that really pretty swooshy sound. This one has a nice crinkle sound. I know it's divine. With a high neckline. And then, like I mentioned, there's a very flowy bottom. With some nice ruffles there too. So it is very innocent, very sweet, very demure, if that's the look you're going for. And on the back, it's got this sweet little button detailing that just cinches in at the neck there. It's really nice because this is an elastic waistband. So depending on what you eat throughout the night, it does allow for some stretching to occur. And because it's a rounder topped bodice and it flows immediately after the cinch, it does a decent job of hiding any sort of food belly or anything like that if you're worried about that. Not that you should be, but I know that can be a confidence concern sometimes. I really like that they bring the detail from here up to the top of the neckline, and this doesn't make it cinch in any weird way at the top. It's just a nice continuation of the style. What do you think? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is a good point. Because of the lighter color, you do run the risk of food spills being more apparent. Red wine would be a disaster. Depending on your complexion, it might wash you out. I think you can totally pull it off. I don't think that's anything you have to be concerned about, but if white's just not your favorite, I totally get that too. Okay. So not a super fan of the high neckline then. Okay. So in regards to the high neckline, we've got that jumpsuit in the back there. That one back there is a Calvin Klein. Like I mentioned, it is a jumpsuit. It's got a tie around the waist, but it is a high neckline. So if you're not interested in this one, I take it. Not interested in that one either. Okay. No worries. I mean, you can only wear one thing, so I don't want you interested in all of them. But if you ever, say want to go on a picnic date or something and need a dress, I got you covered, okay? Okay. And actually, forgive me, I misspoke. The one back there is an express jumpsuit. This is the Calvin Klein. So this one is a very light and very pretty seafoam green linen style. Kind of gives like country club at a beach vibes. There's very much an air of sophistication, but not too uptight. You know, you can still walk on the beach. It has a lovely zipper detail in the back for easy in and out access, and a nice deep V-neck, because I know you said that you didn't like the collars close, so you'd be able to pair it with a beautiful statement necklace or just some nice highlighter on your collarbones if you wish. It has this lovely tie around the waist that'll make it so that you can really cinch it tight or loose, whichever you want, but it is customizable. My absolute favorite part, though, if I can show you, get this here. So while it is a jumpsuit, I don't know if you can really see this, it has this panel in the front right there that makes it look like a dress when you walk. But you pull it aside, you've got your pant legs. I adore the way this swooshes when you walk. Put it with a nice pair of heels, some jewelry. You can dress it up or down. It's a contender too. Okay. I will say the fabric itself is very forgivable. It's not super tight on the skin. Very wrinkle resistant as well, just because of the linen material hides it. And I think, let's see. Yeah, that color would look darling on you. Yeah, just absolutely darling. Of course. Okay, I'll put this one back. We'll look at the next one, okay? No, you don't have to make a decision right now. We have plenty of others. Okay. Okay. This one is one of my favorites, I have to admit. It's this like I don't know if you'd call this 20s or 40s or 30s, maybe 30s, 19 something or other vibe with these gorgeous button detailings, a nice V-neck like you like there, this nice little corset detailing throughout the center as well. It really is darling. Some nice sleeves. Have a slight poof, but nothing too intense. And then a sleeve on it. We love a good sleeve. That's kind of poofed out just a little bit, but my favorite is the cinched wrist detail with the buttons all the way down. Let's see. So 5 buttons on each wrist here. And then similar thing here as well. This has a zipper closure in the back for easy in and out. I haven't worn this one at all yet. I know the tags are still on it, so if you would like to take her for her maiden voyage, I would be honored. No, and the silky satin material, I am a sucker for the shiny kind of effect it has in the light. It really plays off any sort of sparkles you might be wearing, any jewelry, and it really just brings a light to your eyes. Yes, it is a little unforgivable when it comes to wrinkles, but we can steam it beforehand, make sure it's nice and pressed for you, so no worries there. I will say any sort of liquid spills you get on a satiny material like this, they tend to be very noticeable as well, even if you so much as like sneeze into the crook of your elbow, you will definitely be able to spot it in this, so that's something to be aware of. I don't remember what kind of events they've got at the party tonight. I don't think there's any crazy games, but sweating in this would definitely be spotted if that's something you're concerned about. Okay. She's absolutely darling, isn't she? I know. I seriously, I can't get over the button details all the way down. It does have this slit in the middle here. Let's see. Once you get down to the bottom there, I'm doing a terrible job of showing you. But I think the slit comes to about your knee, and the length of the dress total comes to about mid-calf. And I mean, same thing. Oh, I adore that color on you. No, it is stunning. It really is. Okay. Next one. Alright. Alright, so similar thing here with the velvet material, kind of clings to everything. Gently lint roll that so you get the full effect. So this is another jumpsuit. I know I'm a big fan of jumpsuits. I'm wearing one tonight. So this one is kind of it's a cross between a velvet and a corduroy. Let me put this back. So, like I said, it's a cross between a velvet and a corduroy. A deep, deep plunging V on this one. So only to be worn by the bold and the confident. I mean confident in like the fact that you won't fall out. Not other kind of confidence. I mean, if you would like other kinds of confidence too, I'm sure it'll be useful. Anyway, it's got this cross detailing in the back here with adjustable straps. That way you can make sure the plunging neckline hits in the right places. And then I believe, back here there's a button detailing right there, as well as a zipper that goes down your ear, just to make sure that, again, easy access in and out for bathroom breaks or anything like that. It has these two cute pockets in the front, really more for fashion, unfortunately, than any utility purposes. I don't even think you could fit a phone in these. No. But it is very soft. I think it's probably one of the softest that I have in the selection today. Would you like to touch? Here. I know, super soft, right? But, like I mentioned, this is a jumpsuit, so you've got full-length pant leg on the bottom there. This one is a little tighter around the bodice area, so if you're looking for something looser and flowy, this probably isn't the one for you for tonight, but she is a vibe, that's for sure. Not quite your vibe for the evening. Totally understand. After this, we do get into just the shirt selections. I've got a few, just like regular pants we can pair with them, but we'll only be looking at the shirts for now. Is that okay? Okay, perfect. Let me put this one away and we'll start looking at the shirts. So this is a very understated piece, and you're not really going to be able to see it well on the hanger. It is black, so it's going to show off every little fuzzy on it. This is just a plain, simple turtleneck. It's nice because it's one of those turtlenecks that has plenty of fabric here around the neckline, so you can fold it under and make it appear as if it's a mock neck. You can wear it as a true turtleneck, or you can just let it sag down the middle so you're more comfortable that way. This one, if you were doing this one, I would pair it with probably a statement pant or a statement skirt with a really chunky boot. or even a chunky heel would be adorable. Any kind of statement jewelry. The shirt itself is form-fitting. Yeah, this is more for if you're just going for like a chic casual look. You don't want to be the center of attention or anything, but you know, you don't want to completely be a wallflower. Gives you an air of mystery. I agree. I think you should pop more than this. Okay. So this one, another velvet. You can tell that I really like my velvets. This one is another express top. I will say this one is absolutely dreadful when it comes to holding on to fuzzies. If you do choose this one, I promise we'll get it cleaned up a little better before you wear it, okay? Okay. Alright, so this one it is a higher neckline, which I know you mentioned you're not as big of a fan of, but the neckline sags down a little bit into kind of, not a full cowl neck, but a half cowl almost situation, where you see the swoop that goes from the shoulder blades and the neckline here is followed throughout the entire bodice. And then the bottom here, which cinches in this elastic kind of band, it is little enough fabric that you can tuck it into pants if need be, but it's also bulky enough that if you wanted it to be on the outside of a pant and kind of fold it over in that style, there's enough fabric to do that as well, so you can really customize this piece. Like I said, it is absolutely dreadful at hanging on to fuzzies, which is why I don't wear it as often as I thought I would. It takes a lot of effort to get it ready, but it's worth the sacrifice for you. But again, I mean, just feel that fabric. I know it's so luxurious, and it's not heavy. If you notice that, the inside is not lined the same way. So it's actually a really light material for it being the velvet that it is. Yeah, I find on New Year's parties, or in New Year's parties most of the time, with so many bodies packed into a tight room, it gets so hot so quickly, even in the dead of winter, you know? So the sleeveless aspect is really nice in that case. Necklaces don't really go well with this because the cowl trailing through the body of the shirt is the statement piece, but a really nice chunky earring, that's the stuff right there. I do tend to wear this with tucked into a pant with a really chunky black boot, a chunky gold earring, and my hair typically pulled back. Okay. Alright, we'll put this one back and take a peek at the next one then, okay? Alright, so this one is a two-piece situation. And there's a lot of tying material here, because this is meant to go around your waist, kind of. I'll see if I can use my arm as an example here. It's meant to go around your waist a few times and then come back into the center and tie in the front in a bow-like fashion to kind of give you a corset effect. And then this piece is the bottoms that are meant to go with it. So it's a skirt. As you can see here, this ties in the front like that. It is a crop top. It's a faux leather, obviously, but like I said, it's cropped here This is meant to go around your waist in a corset-like fashion. And then the skirt that goes with it sits kind of right on the middle of your waist so that the laces of the corset part touch down to it to give a full body effect with it still being two pieces. Yes, it is very form-fitting. It is not for the faint of heart. It's a really fun outfit, but it's definitely, you definitely have to have a certain air to pull it off properly. Yes, the bottoms are a little unforgiving for any lines that you might have on underclothing, so be careful in selecting those. Same thing with the top, actually, too. With this one, you could pair it with all manner of body jewelry, any kind of jewelry, but honestly, I find this one is enough of a statement on its own. You don't really need to give it any kind of jewelry. Okay, I'll set this one back. This next one, also crop top. This is a really soft and silky, here, touch it, bodycon material, also from Express. This one you could pair with a high-waisted pant, a low pant if you want to, but it's meant to be paired with a high pant, a nice chunky boot. This one is really meant to be the base piece for your outfit, and not the statement. This is meant to allow you to make statements with other pieces. Right, the beige doesn't necessarily do people any favors. Not that it would look bad on you, but like I said, it really is meant to be just the base underneath the statement. So you could even pair this with a really cute baggy blazer, or a really baggy leather jacket, a jean jacket if you wanted to. Anything and everything goes with this. The sky truly is the limit. Yeah. A little more subtle, yes, but I think you could pull it off. Okay. Okay. For our final piece of the day, we have this beautiful light. It's a little bit lighter than a sage green. It's kind of a mix between a seafoam and a sage, but light green crop, and it has a tie detailing here that again you would wrap around the waist, kind of like that, and tie in the center there with a nice pretty bow. It's got a nice collar detailing up here. Again, capped sleeve, kind of similar to the blue dress back there. And then the same thing, a bell sleeve with a nice cinched wrist and some very pretty button detailing. I think this one, the color is divine on you. It's a lot of fun. It brings almost a 70s flair without being overly 70s, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's still very chic. You can still pass it off for a piece of clothing from today's era, but if you wanted to go for a heavy 70s vibe, you could do that as well. It is so light and soft too. So like we were talking about, if it gets too hot in there, this would be a good one to have. Yeah, so this, as you can see, has some stitching here that when you cinch it tight, allows for shaping there. I think it would look divine on you, I really do. Anything that you choose would. I'll put this one back. Okay, so, don't have an idea yet? That's fine, that's fine. I know you said you wanted some help with your hair, so how about I pull that back for you? Let you decide on what outfit you want to pick and we'll go from there, okay? Alright. So, I've got this brush that I'll just use to smooth out your hair real fast if that's okay. Perfect, because I figured I could put this, it's kind of this pretty opal, almost pearlescent claw clip in your hair and kind of pull it back into a loose, messy, kind of French twist style. If you're okay with that. Depending on what you pick, we can also totally change up that hairstyle. You're good with that? Okay, awesome. I'm going to pin this right there so I don't drop it while I brush your hair back. So just, there you go. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? I definitely have gone through my fair share of stages when it comes to resolutions. I used to be a big giant Scrooge when it came to holidays, I really did. But as I've gotten older, I figure what's the harm in having a little fun, you know? I've been through this stage where you make no resolutions, because you're cooler than that. I've been through this stage where you make overly ambitious resolutions, because you're crazy. I made a resolution one year that I was going to read 50 books in 1 year, and not like small books either, like really big, dense books. Don't do that. That wrecked my love of reading for about 2 years after, and I'm just now recovering from that, really. I think now the stage I'm at is I like to set one resolution where it's kind of more of a mindset thing for the upcoming year. Yeah, so like this year, I'm really wanting to focus on hope. And not just like a general hope, but like a hope for the good things to come, like an unabashed hope that joy will find me. Instead of just, the strength to get through hard times when they come. Just actually having the courage and the vulnerability and the tenacity to hope for good things, to hope for beautiful things. That way, when the good and the beautiful things come, I don't rob myself of the experience or the joy of the experience because I'm so worried about when the other shoe is going to drop, you know? Yeah. So that's the mindset thing I'm working on for the upcoming years, just courageously choosing hope, regardless of, I don't know, I feel like our society these days really, everyone wants to be a critic, everyone wants to be negative Nancy, so choosing hope and positivity in the face of that. So after that, deep and intense one, I like to do a silly fun one. Mm-hmm. Nothing too crazy. Like, for this coming year, I want to learn to. Sounds silly after the last one. I want to learn to make my own pasta. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyway, like I said, all kinds of stages. If you don't have one, that's totally fine. And if you have one and don't want to share it, that's also totally fine. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's really sweet. I like that one a lot, yeah. Well, knowing you, I'm sure you'll meet your goal. And if not, I'm sure you'll find another goal. And if you don't meet the goal, half the fun is trying. And learning. Becoming a better version of ourselves. New Year's is my favorite holiday. I know it's a weird one, but I really, really enjoy just the intentionality of the chance to sit down and reflect on how we started the year, who we've become, how we've grown and changed, what we can work on, what might have been a little heavy, and just looking forward to the future. Okay, I think we're smoothed out. Let me put this down. Alright, hold still for me, okay? Just going to gently scoop all your hair back there. You have a lot of it. And then just twist it in the back there. Let's check this side. Okay, we're just gonna twist it back there. Like so. Okay, twist that. Make sure that's all tucked in. And this side is tucked in. Okay, and then just softly clip. Does that feel secure? Yeah. Good. Give me a little shake. Okay. Let me just pull a few strands down. Give you that messy look. There you are. You look gorgeous. Did you pick which thing you wanted to wear for tonight? I think that's gonna look really good on you. Yeah. Okay. You grab that. I'll head out into the other room that way you can get changed. And then let's go have ourselves a fun New Year's night together, okay? I'm really looking forward to spending it with you.